Literally right on time. Hey, how are you?
I'm fine, man.
We are live, by the way. So how are you doing?
I'm doing good. We're gonna. I'm gonna go talk to some show people today.
Great.
I talked to Janice for a long time last night.
Really? That's good.
Um, yeah, we got to get some things going on this. I never the information you asked me how I liked it. I never got that stuff from you.
Really? Okay, I'll send it again. That's no problem. I'll send it again.
I looked all through all my stuff, but it's yeah. I mean, I know you always tell me don't get discouraged, but um, I've got one thing going, and that's try to get my year of the ticket,
Thing going.
which I had, and I came to you and told you about it. Okay, I've been doing this long before you got a stroke, But I'm just saying, though, and we're trying to partner up and get this going. But you tell me, don't worry, things are get. There comes a point when you got to start seeing something, because I'm sitting here doing one thing. Well, I'm getting my foot worked on, and I'm doing good. I went in the grocery store today just with a crutch. I mean, I didn't get a cart or a buggy or anything. And the doctor yesterday, he told me, he said, "Man, it's looking great."
Right.
And so I've got the foot and trying to find a way to get in with the circle down here doing performing. Totally. And like I said, you've got a lot of things going with a lot of podcast stuff, and that's awesome. You was doing that long before I came around, but yeah, I mean, in my eyes, you keep telling me we got a lot going, and for the people, anybody listening right now, all we're just sometimes we talk business right on here because we don't care if you hear what we're doing, but it's the whole thing. We've got a concept on an entertainment thing that can be in any tourist area.
Absolutely.
It hasn't been done on this level, and we're just looking for.
It's a big concept.
The backing.
Yes.
We want the people either want to be involved as a partner or somebody that wants to sit down with Dale and work up the contract.
Yes.
Of backing this. That's it. Period. We've got all the other things are lined up. We're open to marketing. We've got some marketing people that we think are very good. The people that are going to be involved in the show are lined up. The show, actually, what is happening with it is lined up. Everything's there.
It's getting close.
Yeah, well, I need to see some people to come to. I know you've had problems. You're going to be down here in March, but we're going on April.
Exactly.
And that's fine. That's understandable. But it's Darren. He's driving down today, and
good.
His wife had to get her heart shocked twice today.
Tell me about that.
And it didn't work.
Really?
So they're going to have to send her. She's going to have an appointment. Her doctor here said he couldn't do it. Something about they have to go up through the groin or something like that and find different nerves up here around the heart and find which one is causing the problems where they can burn it, I guess, get rid of it or something. I mean, that's got to be a little depressing today. So
sounds like that. It sure is. Yes.
I would have been on here a few minutes earlier, but I was talking to Darren because we're going down tonight.
Right.
Me and Janice, we had a lot of the same. I asked her, this guy, Chris, is he in charge of everything there? And she says, well, he thinks he is. I said, well, that's what I was going to say, but I didn't want to say it to you. So we had a good little talk. I mean, I just called and thanked her for calling you. That's what I did.
Yes.
I mean, that's just business. That's something I would do. It's something you would do. I mean, that's just you think of like that's things you do.
I love that she called. That was big.
Well, and I told her how much I liked Mark, and I think he's a neat guy, and I think we have a lot of the same tendencies between the two of us. I mean, they gave him that thing there. You got Sunday night,
right.
But you go in and do your show, the one man thing.
Exactly.
So he could either say, no, I'm not doing it that way, or, okay, let's go for it. Well, that's me. I'm the same guy.
Right.
I mean, if somebody says, well, here, do it this way. Right. So Darren, and Darren's on board. Darren, like he's driving back down here, so we're going to go out there tonight.
And the reason why my email address is here is so that anyone can contact us to come on the show every Monday through Friday. We want to make sure that that's clear. Anyone can contact us.
Well, yes, it would be really nice. Now I know, I have a fun, goofy side to me, but I have a real business side to me. I mean, I haven't got to be my age and have the things I've had in life and had the success in Nashville, which is being just being a goofball.
Right.
I mean, at one time, I'm not patting myself on the shoulder, but I was probably in the top 3 or 4 DJ entertainment people in that category in Nashville.
Right.
Well, now there's 500, so it's kind of hard to be in the top 3 or 4. I'm in the top 200, but and that's why I left there and came here. And it's, believe me, the stuff is popping right now. There are people grabbing things, grabbing buildings, it is slammed down here. Right. It looks like 4th of July. I mean, there is a zillion people down here.
Definitely.
And that's a good sign, because as long as the pandemic thing, it's only going to get bigger. Plus Silver Dollar City opened this weekend.
That too, yes.
And it's, and the people I've talked to that I want involved as far as the performing go are on board. I mean, they love it.
And let's make sure that everybody knows that we've got a page on Facebook, Mike Reed's You're the Ticket. That's a big thing, because that's one of the things we're going to rely on to get this message out there, because that's one that's coming. That's already there.
Oh, yeah. I haven't even seen that. So it's...
you've been invited. We like it.
But I just want anybody that watches us to understand this is way more than let's get together at 4 o'clock of a day and tell stories about my dad in Crane, Missouri. Those are just stories saying small town guys where we're from. And usually, I always say, like, Don Johnson went to school at Crane. I was going to school when Don Johnson was. Now, he was older than me, but Crane is a small, and back then was even smaller. Yes. So if you were a freshman or you're an 8th grader, you're still at the same school where the seniors are, and everybody eats at the same cafeteria. So Don Johnson was a guy, and he went to Crane, but he went to, there was other places out in Kansas and stuff, but nobody would have ever said he was going to be a big star, go somewhere.
Right. And
I guess he got a few breaks and just took advantage of them, did them. And, we're like one step away from anybody that would even, the thing is, if you would even think about that, you want to hear about this and discuss it with Dale a little bit, Dale can tell you some about it, but then some of it he'd have to go ahead and go through me to see, because it's just like, I'm the creator of this. And you're kind of in the middle of the road, because you really don't want to tell a lot of people about it, but you got to talk about it some, or you're not going to get the interest in doing it.
Exactly.
My friend in Pigeon Forge, I just won't use names, but he ran a lot of theaters down there. I used to work for him, and he sold them all. Well, I guess the story could not be right, maybe, but $5 million 2 years ago.
That's good.
Yeah, that's a good deal. But he loves this You're the Ticket.
Exactly. He should.
He can't get involved in anything for 5 years. He's done 2 years now. And he said he would have to be able to get involved so where he could sit down and talk about it some more. But in saying that, he said, I'll tell you this, Michael, because I know you work for me.
Right.
And if you believe in this, and he said, I think it's worth believing in. But if you really do, jump in with both feet and go for it. Do it. Because he goes, and he said, I would tell you, man, I think steer away. But this is a man that's had success.
Right.
Not with 8 theaters, several theaters. Yeah.
Anyone should like this thing. It's a great idea for not only this platform, but a lot of different platforms. Absolutely. Totally agree.
Well, I think I think some things got to start happening, because that's me.
I tell you, it's happening.
I stood up to the doctors to keep my leg this year. I mean, I did something that 99% of the other people wouldn't do.
No doubt.
And I'm like, I'm going to beat the odds. I'm doing it. So as of today, my foot and leg it's not my leg, it's my foot. It's close to getting well. I feel good. It's been a long haul, but I know I'm going to be back to normal soon.
Right.
And man, so I'm one of these guys. And like I told you one time, and people don't know me. I mean, any people that knew me around here don't have a clue what I did when I left and went to Nashville. But I got down there and I went for it and I started doing things. And it's when you're out putting together parties, conventions for people, the entertainment, and lining everything up, and these are like $15,000 parties.
Right.
Yeah, I was doing my job. I was doing something. And then people say, well, how come you left that? Well, because you're in Nashville, you're in Music City. Most of the people doing stuff there moved there to be a singer and a songwriter, and they started doing other stuff so they didn't have to live in a ditch under a bridge somewhere.
Right. No.
But I came back here where I wanted to be, and it's man, I tell you what, these days like this, it's nice out, and they're everywhere. And today they showed CJ Newsom. She was doing some singing at the I didn't even realize there was a convention center down here. I've seen it. Somebody showed it to me. It's huge. They're having a big nationwide archery tournament thing going on there this weekend. And then they said we got tons of things for kids. Of course, it's spring break. I'm not sure but the more I'm down here, this is the first sign. It's starting to get warm. It's spring break time. Last year, everything was scary pandemic thing.
Right.
And it's still, but I think everybody's just reached the point where they're like, the heck with it. We got to move on with life, Yeah. So what are you up to today?
Well, I had a good lunch with a friend. We're having good stuff happening. And again, I thought the branding stuff would be here by now, but it's coming this weekend. I talked to him today. It's coming. So just it's all happening. I'm telling you.
Well, it's
agent and everything else. It's really cool. It's very cool to see all this stuff happening at the same time.
Well, and we're partners here, and you tell me that all the time, but I don't see anything.
I know.
I mean, but I'm on the side of the fence here. That's not my thing. I'm not the one talking to these people.
And I just don't want to. I just thought we'd have it, and we don't have it. So I wish we did, definitely.
Well, I've always in life been a person people used to say that about me in Nashville. They go, you're a guy and you can be out doing all these gigs and this and happy. And most people would be thrilled to death doing all that. And you never took that. Once you reach that level, you're like, I want to go to the next level and the next level. And that's what I've always done. And now I'm here, and you don't know what it was like to tell the general Mark and Janice that I, had you call them, couldn't do a week from Sunday night. The people at my wound doctor yesterday, they go, you were going to be on a show? I go, well, it was just a one night kind of a guest thing. They go, we didn't know you did that. I go, well, as soon as I get this leg here where it's a little better
healed.
And that's what I do. And that, man, that was a big thing to cancel out of doing that. I don't want to go up on stage.
As well.
You get first impression.
One shot.
I didn't want to go up there and people go, well, yeah, he was pretty decent, but no, I want to be able to go, what we're on the internet, you can say anything, balls out, I guess. I want to be able to do what I do. And I totally believe things happen for a reason. So I'm like, well, just because I can't do that a week from Sunday night, I'm kind of replacing that by going down there tonight to the bigger show and talk to people that run that stuff, just so they know me.
Yes.
So, because I'm saying this is a big theater. This is Mel Tillis's old theater, and it's where
Where'd you go, Mike?
I used to play. Hey, where'd we go?
There you go. There you are. You're back.
Are we still there?
Yes, we are. Yes, I'm here. Are you here?
Do you see? I don't see.
There you go. Back.
You're good. As far as hello? Well, there he went. Let's see if he comes back here in a second.
I'm there now. I don't know. Oh, yeah, there we are.
There you are.
Well, anyway, this is a big place, and what I did a show there. I did a show there when Mills showed out, so people didn't have to get in traffic, and it was all you could eat crawfish and things like that. And this is a big, huge place. So somebody is behind the money to make this happen.
Right.
So I'm going to watch a show tonight and snoop around and not talk. Surprising for me not to be talking. So sometimes it's better to listen. But I do have those times. But one thing, I talk all the time and stuff like that. But everybody that meets me remembers me.
Exactly.
And because it's not like, yeah, Mike. Oh yeah, he's the guy who used to live here and moved back. No, it's Mike Reed. Oh my gosh. You ever talk to him? He talks for a zillion ideals going on. Yeah. Well, all that means is I've got my own category where they remember me.
Right.
It's just a shame that I'm not a little younger, but I've got a few years to still mess with it. I got some years and some just for men hair color. Yeah, so it's man, you'd laugh, Dale. My hair is like white, I think, or gray. Because I have to do roots all the time. Man, I'm like a chick. Got to color my roots. But it's but anyway, it's I just want to tell you, man, I'm getting the fever. There's definitely a place for tons of entertainment thing going on here. I mean, the city it's just heartbeat looking for anything and everything they can do. And everybody in this town is looking, what can we do? It's going to get us more business than that guy and that guy and that guy. I better say, and that girl. I better get all that thrown in, or I'll be just saying things wrong. But and everybody's looking for that now. With what we're doing, I can't just go down to the local Mexican restaurant and go, "Hey, I got something. Can we turn your restaurant into this?" Exactly. No, that's not going to work. But like I said, where I'm going tonight, that's a big place and it's very nice, and somebody is behind this whole thing.
All right.
I met a gentleman the other day there, and I thought he was behind everything. He's the Coca-Cola guy, but he was dressed neat, nice guy, very knowledgeable. And he said, "Oh no, I'm just the Coca-Cola guy." He didn't have the dolly and the Coca-Cola truck. He was just there doing stuff. It could be that he's maybe one of the guys in charge, and that's just his thing. Oh, I just bring the Coca-Cola in, But yeah, I'm kind of excited about tonight. I mean, it's
amazing. Yes, I agree.
And then Janice told me, I said, Darren kind of wants to see Mark. My deal with Mark, whether I like him 100% or 50% or 20%, I tell people as an entertainer, watch all you can, because you learn things you don't want to do, and you learn things that you do want to do. And you know that. You've been there. And don't ever just be closed-minded to, well, this is the way it is. No, not at all. I told Janice, I said, we were talking, I said, Mark seems pretty humble. He does. And I go, in this town, if you're going out saying, I'm the greatest entertainer, I'm the greatest singer, look at me. I go, look in the mirror and tell yourself, well, there's 100 other people that are thinking the same thing right here. So don't even base what you're doing on that. Not at all. That's not where you got to go. But I tell you this, here's David Fee, like you said, my mind's always going somewhere. Don't even ask me why this came out. I was in Walmart yesterday. Of course, I live like a whole mile from there. So it's and everybody goes to Walmart. That's just a way of life. I mean, it is, and it's and for some reason, I don't know why, I just went strolling back through the clothes. Oh, because it's a Walmart. Yeah, because they got all the brands and stuff for sale, shirts and all. But I thought, well, spring break, they may have something kind of cool. And there hanging on where all the t-shirts are printed. This is awesome. It's not tie-dye. It looks kind of like smoke, with white and gray and black, kind of like but right the middle, the whole shirt is a Fender Stratocaster, bright red, that goes all the way up to the neck. And the tag, it's a Fender shirt from the Fender company. It's one of their shirts. There's something like $10 or something. It's just, and I'm like, I thought, are they going to sell all those? And I thought, no, the only people going to buy those are music people. Oh man, look, a Fender shirt.
Yes.
So I saw that and I'm like, as my mom tells me, you don't need any more shirts. And I don't.
Right.
Yeah. See, if you don't want to talk to us about this show, get on here and talk to me. If you need, I've got jeans anywhere from, well, now I wear size 30. I'm a little person. I just ended up there, which is fine. You can tuck your shirt in and all, and that's, you know all about that stuff. You've been a lawyer. Those times you had to tuck your shirt in and put a tie on and everything a lot.
Yes.
But I got jeans all the way up to size 40 through the years. 40 down to 30. Here, take your pick. There's 100 pair there. Pick out what you like. I've got shirts from medium to large to extra large to double extra large to Why am I trying to be an entertainer? Why don't I just have a flea market, huh?
You tried to do it.
Flea market, I'd either have to trim my hair up or grow a great one of them great big beards, So.
Yes.
So it's, and I'd like to tell everybody, I took a shower today. Yes. I mean, not that has anything to do with anything, but when you have a wounded foot and you're not supposed to get it wet, you have to figure out how to do this. I bought Ziploc bags.
Okay.
And I put that over my foot and bandage.
Right.
Zip it all the way to my ankle. And then I take duct tape and put around it. It worked great. Nothing got wet on my foot. And I'm like, yeah.
It's awesome.
I wasn't dirty. I just wanted to wash off been in the hospital, scammy hospital stuff. And plus, when you do that, you've been in the hospital, you got where they've stuck all those sticker things on you.
So many, I've got a lot of body hair, so I know that's painful, definitely. That is not a good thing to do.
But we would like for some people at 4:00 of a day to come on here and just chat with us.
Let me know.
We'd like for somebody to say, we've had some people say, some of the musicians, I think that's a pretty good idea. Well, we'd love for you to come on and say, you're going to do this. Did you ever think about this or this?
Yes,
or
exactly. There's still room to grow, definitely.
Now, I see a few years ago, I think is one of the guys, he either used to be one of the Osmonds or something like that. I mean, one of them guys that lived down here.
Still an Osmond, if he wasn't.
Anyway, I was told that this guy invested in some zip lines. I mean, a whole bunch of tourism type stuff.
Okay.
That didn't even have to do with music. And they were telling me, you need to get a hold of him. Well, I didn't, and I don't think so. But I'm just saying, people that can invest down in this area and see a way to make money are just...
See the big picture. The big picture, that's definitely.
Maybe we just need to rent a big, giant billboard, the logo, you're the ticket.
Continue to stay.
Get your tickets now. It's selling out fast. We got people getting on their phone. Where's this place at? Where's this at? I don't even know where it's at.
It's going to happen. Definitely.
That's kind of how social media marketing is, though,
It sure.
Because I told you that where Benny Mahan out of Springfield told me one time.
Yes.
I go out and get the gig first, and then we're on the band that can play like all Jimmy Buffett type stuff. Oh, that's what my band does. I get the gig, and then I go hire the guys to do it, and we work up a bunch of Jimmy Buffett songs. He goes, so when I get the gig, I never had a band anyway at that time. I just, we'll do it. When do you want us to start?
Exactly.
And
you got to be able to go with the flow, definitely.
Well, I mean, this town's about marketing and seeing where the money comes from, like this. I like this stuff so much.
We're big Andy's
That
fans. Clearly.
that was only in Springfield. I bought a hat online, and I wear it sometimes because probably here in Branson, that's probably one of the businesses that gets the most business.
Oh yeah, no
At
doubt.
night there'll be 150 people lined up to get custard, and that's just such smart business move, you know. And
No doubt.
yeah, but it's
Now we're getting close to the end of the week, and you've got a big night in front of you. So many things going on. What last words do you?
wait. That's why you had me on here for, because you know I can whip us through 30 minutes real quick. Okay,
Exactly.
one last word for you. Okay.
But I clearly believe in this idea. I totally agree with you on everything on this idea because it is a big idea, definitely. And so, any last thoughts? Any last stories?
Man, I've told a few here that weren't worth listening to.
Right.
How I
Definitely.
showered by covering my. That was just if anybody's got a wound on their foot and they need to cover it so they can get in the shower,
But
get on there and talk to me. I can tell you just how to do it. Anybody wants to go meet my wound doctor,
Uh,
and we're friends now, you know, and it's and I started taking. They changed one of my antibiotics. One of the doctors in the hospital that don't know nothing about my foot anyway,
right.
but I approved it with my other doctor, and he says, "Yeah, that's okay. Let's do that." And he's, I said about the hyperbaric tank. That's a pressurized thing. It's a big glass tube that they put you in. They shut it.
Good for 2 hours.
They bring it up to 90% oxygen, where it's putting the blood cells either red or white, whichever ones fight off
Right.
and stuff. And but once you're in it for 2 hours.
Exactly.
And the only way you can get out, when they bring the pressure back down, it takes like 15 to 20 minutes. So
Right.
if you've been in there an hour, if there's an emergency, you're still got to be in there another 20, 30 minutes. So I told my doctor, since I'm just starting these new pills,
Right. Exactly.
I said, why don't we just go through the weekend and let me see how they affect me? If I feel good,
No doubt.
Monday we'll start back. And he says that, yeah, he said, I think that's the plan.
That's good.
So I'm not sure. He might put me to work for him doing doctor work, you know, because he pretty much likes me. No, but I think
the reason.
I think maybe that's my last thoughts before the weekend.
That's good. Great last thoughts. And this is your Knee Deep in Rubber every Monday through Friday. We'll talk to you soon, hopefully with new stuff, branding stuff for you guys on Monday.